You're back. Hopefully things stay back. Wow, yeah, I don't know what's up. Why it says the bit rate is so low. Hold on, let me do a speed check. Is AT&T hosing my internet? No. Still got my gigabyte connection. Well, I mean, we're back online.
Oh, all right. Well, get to see behind the scenes of me patiently waiting as Dice does tech support. Sleek Ivory, to recap, I liked this overall. It felt like you could bring in some more elements from the first part into the breakdown chorus section and turn down the synths on the chorus. Overall, I'd give it a 7 too.
Yeah, still a little perplexed at whatever the hell is going on Twitch, but fuck it, we'll just push through as best
Fuck
we
it,
can.
we're doing it live.
Good old saying is back. All right. Next up, American Josh back again with Hanging.
Oh, good old American Josh.
American Josh. All right, let's see.
I've been hanging around with women. I've been smoking. I've been drinking. But I love you all the same. I never even knew any of their names. Come on. Yeah. Woo. When it came to you, I was second best. Oh, I loved you more than all of the rest. I've been no burden, I feel no shame. I never even knew any of their names. Come on, yeah, come on. And I keep on talking to it, 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 all night long. I keep on talking to it, 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 talking to it. Oh yeah, baby, all night long. And it don't matter who is to say. She keep on walking away, and it don't matter who is to say. She keep on walking away.
No, don't walk away from me. Doesn't matter the words he says, she'll just turn her back.
Yeah.
Like, fuck up, but
So I hope you get the message. Don't you treat me like garbage. Before you turn, walk out that door. I never ever loved any of those. Oh no, 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 no's. Come on. Yeah. One time now. Hit that. Woo!
All right, that was American Josh with Hanging. Yeah, JCC. That's every song that he's played off of this project. That's what we've said is like, this is like I'm eating at a restaurant who happens to have a live venue for bands to come in. Like every song on this album sounds like something I'd hear while I'm eating at a restaurant or a bar of something of that nature. Like this, Josh, if you took this project and you just went up to a bunch of bar owners and like, yo, can I like get in on this like for like $200 tonight? You know, this is your demo tape to walking around and touring as a bar opener. I don't know what else to do with this music other than tell you to go play at bars and dive-ins. I would say this particular song, probably one of the better ones, one of my favorites. A lot of vocal variety there. It just kind of on that same notion. I wonder what it would sound like if you made like studio recordings versus like live recordings. I'm super curious of what that would sound like. These just continue to sound like, hey, this is a demo of what I can do while people are eating your delicious food and I'm entertaining them.
It would sound like Stone Temple Pilots.
Well, it would sound like that, but this is sounding like American Josh, and I'll give this one an 8. I think this one works even just from a, straight up listen perspective. There are some moments where it just feels like totally like a live performance recorded, but at the same time, I think it's interesting enough that I was entertained. So I give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna double down on what Dice said. Like, I couldn't agree more. This is fried food music, right?
Yeah.
Like I can just taste the chicken wings, the buffalo wings as the band is playing. Like, this is live band vibes through and through. And I was wondering what that is, and maybe it is like a live recording of the actual music part of it. I had fun with this throughout. I think it was dope. This is definitely my favorite song from you that I've heard. The only thing I would say is, like, right off the bat, I kind of shook my head. I was like, God damn it. Because for whatever reason, like the band you play with or yourself or whoever's making the instrumentals to this, the music, just kind of you. Josh.
He does everything except for the drums and the keyboards.
Okay. So for me, the piano kind of felt like Peanuts cartoon. You know what I mean? Like Linus is and they're all dancing with their blankets and shit. Yeah, like, or whoever the Mozart kid is. I don't know. Regardless, yeah, I was kind of like, the piano felt a little cartoony, a little like Peanuts. And I think that's maybe the difference between the live music sound versus like, oh, here's a studio album, is the music, the instrumentation. I feel like every time we've heard a American Josh song, I've been like, man, if only there was this type of music versus that. And it doesn't have to be that, right? But like, I'm picturing that voice on electric guitars. I'm picturing that voice on like more professional sounding keyboards. And like, it's a fucking 12 out of 10. For this one, I still had fun with it. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. But I think it is the instrumentation that's holding you back overall.
Yeah,
great.
I think the other thing is, like, I think all of the instruments that we've heard, they're all like super up tempo. I haven't heard him on anything really like slowed down and paced. He's always like keeping up with the drums, I would say. Yeah, fun song. I was kind of like, man, I could be like a. How is this so hard? Why? What is going on?
Maybe after, assuming we can get through the queue today, maybe make your internet provider make this their problem.
Well, my internet is fine. It says my download is 900 megabytes a second. Upload is 900 megabytes a second.
I'm just saying, make somebody else figure it out for you.
I'll call the CEO of Twitch. He shows up on everybody else's streams. Fucking show up on ours. What is his name? Clancy? Clancy, fix this.
Clancy.
Anyway. All right, next up. Who is it? Shadows. Here's Sanity. I mean, worst case scenario, YouTube seems to be working.
Twitch is better normally when it's not dropping. It's just that's where everyone's talking. And then that way you can talk with your friends. Hang with the folks. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to say.
What are you gonna say, Bird?
I think in the main chorus, the levels are all off, right? Like the booming 808s and the drums are just so loud and overpowering. And then in the chorus, where you're needs to be higher, needs to be raised more. So it's like, oh, there's something else happening here. In the first section, it was kind of the opposite. Is like you had kind of, I don't want to say clashing sounds, but like the main melodies felt like they weren't fitting with the drums as much, and it kind of felt like two things happening at the same time that were just at odds, right? Like the main melodies for the main verse part, I felt like didn't match the drums in the way I wanted. I'd give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Maybe the sound choice wasn't necessarily like super amazing, but I think like I felt like the energy was there at least. Like I could hear it with the drums and the snares and everything. I felt like it still had a decent enough energy that somebody might be interested in it. It wasn't like, oh my God, this is an amazing beat, but it was still a super interesting beat. If I'm just gonna like go on full energetic song, this may work for somebody. So I would give it a 6. Yeah.
Queue's open, baby.
We are still taking submissions. Join the Discord and look for the Sunday free feedback channel. You can drop a link in there. Probably close the queue after a couple more listens.
Let's close it as soon as Caesar gets a chance to put it. Because fuck everyone else. Caesar's a boy. Everyone else can go fuck themselves.
Okay, a little aggressive, but I respect it.
Just kidding.
Let's see, will this play? Do I have to?
Apple Music. Interesting.
Do I want to go find this and play the full version? Yes, I do. That's what we do here. Okay.
That's what we do. Yeah, make it real hard for us. Calico
James, Cup Full of Ack. Got it.
Cup Full of Ack. Ack. It's like the first time I tried grapefruit juice, I was like, Ack. This isn't grape juice.
First time I tried coconut water. This is disgusting.
Have you ever had kombucha?
Kombucha. It doesn't sound familiar. What's in it?
Fucking toad feet, mushrooms. It's fucking disgusting, but it's like some white people shit for sure.
Okay, then no, yeah, definitely no from me, unless one of my trusted Caucasian friends hands it to me and gives me their life seal of approval. Then no, not accepting that.
No, this is something like some smelly yoga teacher would be like, "Oh, you got to try it. The health benefits." You're like, "Ew." Take a shower.
sounds like it tastes and smells like coconut water, which was somebody was like, yeah, coconut water is super healthy. So we tried it, and it was the most it was like if water mildewed and it stank, and somebody was like, this is healthy for you, and you're like, why? How?
Yeah, kombucha is just straight up mold. They just scraped molds into a cup.
Okay, it's coconut water. Okay, got it. Yeah. All right, here's Calico James with Cup Full of Ack. Probably kombucha or coconut water.
C4,
Shoot my shot like every shot a fucking free throw. Pathological, that shit my fucking ethos. She down the door, oh hell no, I fucking B-ho. Mob shit, my new name, Vito. Whoa, so oh head chill, your children need you. Eye for an eye, I swear to God I need to see you. Girl wanna fuck, I swear to God I do not need you. Y'all mad as fuck, oh my God, like what did we do? Tell my dog for that bitch raw, oh my God, I swear to God. Fuck me a lesbian, ain't say bye, I don't even know why. Ain't a crib, love blue faces and see no. Shit go crazy, finna blow like some C4. Wait, one of them, run a bit, ayy, with a hoe, wait, run a bit, ayy, couple of, wait, run a bit, ayy, run a bit, wait, run a bit, wait. I ain't mad though, got exactly what I asked for. A fat hoe, you know the type. Rose on her bag, bro. I told her, like her, right? And where I'm at, bro, she went to a gym, and I ain't never call her back, bro. Run a bit, couple of, wait, where the hoes, ayy, run a bit, ayy, cut a bit, wait, run a bit, wait, couple of, ayy, run a bit, wait. I got two hoes I love, and do not know I got another I know, but I couldn't love that hoe. Let me tell you, got some shit to say and some more to learn. And if y'all wonder how I do it, well shit, money to burn. You bitches get on my nerves, I swear, y'all do not learn. I got it straight off the curb, but shit, y'all from the bird, so fuck all that y'all heard. I swear, you bitches get on my nerves. Fuck, like what you heard, I'm on my Mormon shit. I'm saying fuck what you heard, I'm on that boring shit. Got these bitch from the burb, I'm really loving it, all that loving it. You bitch, I'm thugging shit.
Why?
Oh my God, I'm gonna
Thugging it.
why she loving it. Wait, I ain't even need descriptive like that.
Okay.
I just know I don't know how to act. Well,
Stop. Calico James. Vocal quality is super thin. I don't know. It sounded like the mic because when you first came on, I heard a little like background white noise. So I think just microphone quality isn't there, but the vocals are very, very thin. There's like no bass in it whatsoever. There's no low end frequencies. And it's low in comparison to the beat. It's mostly listening to the beat and struggling to hear the crazy shit that you're saying. And then after you got about halfway through the song, you kind of just like gave up as far as like structuring out lines, and you just said whatever the fuck ever. So I give it a 4.
Here's the painful part is like, I think that I actually kind of liked the beat. I kind of liked the energy over it. I think he, did his thing for the first half. Like, it was like, oh yeah, like he's just kind of talking his shit and just like making a fun song over like a rage beat. But it completely broke down. And that's when I realized, oh, this is just a freestyle, right? Like you didn't write a single fucking thing down. You just said whatever. And at least in the first half, it kind of worked. And then you said something about, I swear to God, fucking God, like, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And then you just, these bitches get on my nerves because they're from the burbs. They get on my nerves. And you're like, oh man, what are you doing? You're just high in the booth saying whatever the fuck, and completely took me out of it. I think this is what I don't understand. For written media, right? For things you're putting out into the world, why would you just say, all right, the drunken freestyle I did at 1 a.m., wrap that up, package it, and throw it out into the world? Why? Because you have time. No one else knows it exists. You can just spend 5 seconds writing something that makes sense to it, doing the same energy, but just with words that fit together in a sentence. That sentence then rhymes with the next sentence. It follows the time signature of the beat. Imagine that.
Too much work.
Imagine that.
No.
Fucking brain rot. But a fun energy brain rot lyrics. Fucking 4, to be fair.
I like how we qualify our low ratings. To be fair, it's a 4. But we like your energy.
I've heard worse.
Yeah, let's leave it at that. We've heard worse. Calico James, please use the community to your advantage. A lot of people
Use a fucking pen. Forget the community. Use a pen. Write things on a paper, or use your iPhone. Use your notes page. Write a thing. Form thoughts.
Well, this young man is from the school of Cyclone. Remember, Cyclone's #1 fan. Bars.
There's also things we've been yelling at Cyclone for 3 years, and he also ignores us and just freestyles poorly for every song.
Well,
but this time he tries to sing freestyle.
Yeah.
Not to, it's not his turn, so we'll just put him to the side.
All right. Next up, Tagami. Caesar, if you're gonna post a track, chop chop. I'm gonna close the queue down after this one. This is a beat from Tagami called Ryu. Mac Critter type beat. I'm at least familiar with Mac Critter. Okay, no worries. Just making sure you're still out there. So let's take a listen to what Tagami has and then give some thoughts.
DJ Tongue Hero says he sent 15 on Venmo.
Hold on.
Tagami.
What? Oh, yep, just came through.
DJ Tongue Hero is a wild name, and I love it. 10 out of 10 name. You know that, like, if he was DJing at, like, the local dive bar or whatever, it would, like, turn a couple girls' heads. She's like, what? Tongue Hero? Okay.
Play the first song, then Equestrian. Did you just send the link in the Venmo? Is that what happened? Hold on, I gotta go find this. Normally we ask that you put it in the Discord, that way we can find it, but let me track this down.
Yeah, DJ Tongue Hero is the DJ at the dive bar where American Josh is singing his live rendition of Stone Temple Pilots. Everyone's eating gator bites, having the time of their life. I don't think I would ever try gator bites. Like, I don't need that in my life.
Why not?
There's mac and cheese. There's regular mac and cheese. There's fucking, chicken.
You don't fuck with gator?
Nah, bro. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We don't have gators here.
I mean, they may not have gators there, but they can transport some gator meat up there.
Oh, secondhand gator meat? No, thanks.
What do you mean?
It's like
secondhand
it's like,
gator? It's same gator. They just send it to the Northwest.
It's like ordering salmon from Milwaukee. You're like from fucking Oklahoma getting fresh seafood. You're like, oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Shots to Oklahoma.
I mean, come on. You wouldn't take salmon from Milwaukee? It wouldn't taste good to you?
Some Great Plains fish for sure.
DJ Tongue Hero, how do I find your music? I don't see. All I see. So you put the comment that says, "Play the first song, then Equestrian." Where am I finding this music? Where can I find your stuff?
I have been to Florida, but it was more like Disney World, Florida, and like we're on a beach, Florida, versus like let's go fan boating. I'm not opposed to fan boats, but I've also seen Anaconda, and I don't
that was in the Amazon. I wasn't in Florida. Come on.
It's the same vibes.
No.
I need Ice Cube and John Voight to, protect me on my fan boat.
You could at least say you needed what's her name, Jennifer Lopez. Why you got to name two dudes?
Oh, she didn't protect anything. She just existed to show off her chest.
She survived. I think that's a key aspect of like, who do I want on my team? Like, who is alive
because
at the end of the movie?
the men were protecting her.
I mean, she helped. She like pulled a lever or some shit.
Nah, she flashed the snake and then it was like, oh, okay, you're too pretty to bite.
All right, I got DJ Tongue Hero up. He wants us to play the first track, On the Highway, and then Equestrian. So shout out DJ Tongue Hero. Thank you for the tip.
Also, holy shit, dope cartoon, dope artwork. So far, I'm a big fan.
Don't lie. Don't lie to the man. The guy just got here. Come on.
Oh, Punch In Freestyle. Oh, just commented on Punch In Freestyles. We'll see how it goes.
See? What you got yourself into?
Hey, I can like certain things and not like others. I'm going in with an open mind. Get licked.
Catch a nigga on the highway. Doing 85 and a 50 on the highway. Got a 40 on the highway. Got a 9, got a 40 over 50 on the highway. Catch a nigga on the highway. Catch a nigga on the highway. I've been up for 40 hours, no sleep. I've been watching Game of Thrones all week. I got baby in the pantry all week. And every baby that I know got small feet. See me whipping and I leave a hater salty. Made 200 for a nigga, made his coffee. If I ain't horny, I'ma fuck her with a floppy. Then I tell her make a sandwich while I watch a game of hockey. I ain't gonna say I ain't the best, nigga. If you gon' say this shit, nigga, say it with your chest, nigga. Yeah, I'm from the Midwest, nigga. But I had to leave him out of there cause I was kinda stressed, nigga.
He knows about salmon.
Best, nigga. How you gon' show up to the shootout? You ain't even got a vest, nigga. I ain't even had no rest, nigga. And I know that you don't even brush your teeth. Take some rest, nigga. Donald Trump just my line, said he need a bid. He got in trouble and he want your boy to take the hit. It was silent for a second, told him me to dick. Turns out that it wasn't Donald Trump, it was my therapist. I pull up on him with the 40 like I'm Tommy Kearns. I'm in here steaming in my house like I'm Mr. Burns. I delete all my text messages, ain't got missing words. And if a nigga hating on me, I'ma flip the bird. Catch a nigga on the highway. Doing 85 and a 50 on the highway. Got my 40 on the highway. Got a 9, got a 40 over 50 on the highway. Catch a nigga on the highway. DJ Tongue Hero. Catch a nigga on the highway.
Dude, look at that art.
And you know I'm zooming.
That's fire.
So you know I'm booming.
You're just easily into art.
And I hope I already
I'm an art guy, yeah.
I came up with a few solutions.
Immaculate
Robots
taste.
replace us with substitution. Robots holding human execution. Damn man, I blame the nigga Isaac Newton. Catch a nigga on the highway. Doing 85 and a 50 on the highway. Got my 40 on the highway. Got a 9, got a 40 over 50 on the highway. Catch a nigga on the highway.
What's up, Nara? I don't remember hearing this. I feel like I would have remembered.
Yeah, I would have remembered it. All right.
Nara's just out there.
DJ Tongue Hero.
That was the first one on the highway, Bird. What did you think of the punch-ins on that one?
I'll be honest. When I heard it was a punch-in freestyle, I was very scared. But this is great. Maybe that's the difference between punch-in freestyles, because you like go over, and you say the lines, versus like just a all-in-one piece freestyle where you kind of can't go back and edit. You can't. It's just like whatever came out. Whereas like a punch-in freestyle, you can like make sure the timing hits. You can kind of have that QA process a little bit. This was fun. I think that initially highway, a little simple, but it is the hook and it's fun and kind of has, he said he was from the Midwest, but he has this like Bay Area kind of style down. I think that he was saying some funny shit. Like every baby he knows has small feet. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there was just funny like lines throughout, and I think because it was fun and funny, it made me not worry about the quality so much and the rhyme so much, right? You're just like, oh, it's supposed to be kind of this. So I would say that off the bat, the quality, I noticed, I was like, oh, like, you know, Mans has a tin can on a string he's recorded through, but again, because it's funny and because the beat is dope enough, it doesn't take as high of a priority as far as like listenability, but there is still an element there where you're like, I wish it was a little clearer on the quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7.5 for being a fun listen.
Yeah, I think once you hear the beat come in, you kind of get the gist of the style of the song. So, with that in mind, I think it was a fun song, regardless of the punch-ins. I think you executed it pretty well. I'd say the second verse was probably not as polished as the first one. I feel like you kind of wavered a bit, especially towards the end of the second verse, but I think overall it works. The hook is, catchy enough. I mean, probably could have like a second half of it to make sure it doesn't feel so repetitive, but I think it's memorable enough that, for an intro to kind of just kick off the project, it works. And like Bird said, quality isn't there, but I think we get the gist of it. It's supposed to be fun and not taken super serious. So I give it a 6.5 for that intro song. All right, let's go to Equestrian. It's the next request. See what happens this time.
Make sure it starts right on there.
Your mouth is my tongue. DJ Tongue Hero.
Joe Bart again. Are you serious?
Hit me with a yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just being genuine. She hit me with the yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just out here being genuine. Yeah, you riding in 4 wheels with about 4 shoes. Gallop with me, baby, maybe we could buy some more shoes. She don't want them Louis Vuitton, she call them horseshoes. Frank Tucci riding in style, she got them horse boots. Pleasure riding, baby, show me how you do this. Little dresser Joan got me harder than a hoof pick. Heard your last man, he was little like a toothpick. She hopping on my saddle, I thought you already knew this. She gon' hit me with a yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just being genuine. She hit me with the yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just out here being genuine. I ain't know that we was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! She got them blue eyes. We just smoked 2 blunts on a horse, nigga, I'm too high. I got a Kraken, black dragon with the red eyes. John Marston, hit targets with a dead eye. Playing PlayStation in my road, feel like a Jedi. Bit ass file serious, then I'm dead eye. Need to shovel shit, but I really wasn't red eye. Mucking up the stall like my stallion ain't spaghetti eye. This horse has got vices, my horses are priceless. This horse is wind sucking, weaving and crib biting, wall kicking. So I'm mad when y'all spitting. I'm off to Land Rover, Kentucky for Bluebird. You stay winning, when it's G's they average. I was not impressed by your pirouette or passage, a sad kid. You should go and get back quick. She getting on my saddle and she hop on my lap and she gon' hit me with a yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just being genuine. She hit me with the yeehaw. She equestrian. Baby, you a sexy little specimen. Man ain't got a car, he a pedestrian. I ain't hating, baby, I'm just out here being genuine.
That was Equestrian by DJ Tongue Hero. I think the energy on this one didn't feel as present and energetic as the first track. I think the execution was overall better, but I think the energy was not as high as I had felt the beat called for. Some interesting lines, I will say. I don't know that I was a huge fan of the hook. The hook kind of feels like one of those things where you have an idea and you kind of force it out and it doesn't necessarily flow so smooth. Like equestrian isn't really one of those words that rolls off the tongue, right? I think we all understand the sense, you wanted to do the yeehaw and all the other stuff, but I think maybe you could have changed up the wording to be a little bit more appealing for like just a general audience. Like, baby, you're an equestrian doesn't really like get coochies wet, I don't think. So I would say
them horse-haired.
Yeah, I mean, I get it in like where you're coming from and what you're trying to go for. I think it's just the wording is like not quite polished, but I think the song overall still works. I would say I'll give it a 6.5. I'm not mad at it. I think there's just like little tweaks and details here that would like make it better. Like that main thing is for me was the hook is like, baby, you're in a question. It's like, who says that?
One of the things we talk about on the show quite a bit is like simplifying the hooks. And like I kind of hear what you're saying. Like I felt the same way in that, like, you know, sure, it's a niche you know, topic. It's like, you know, very specific. And that's also what kind of makes it fun is like, you know, horse girls. Let's talk about horse girls, right? At the same time, yeah, equestrian, sexy little specimen, like it almost getting too complex for what the beat and the hook calls for. You know what I mean? Just spiritually, it just feels like it's not like I don't understand like the 3 syllable words. Like I'm not a fucking idiot. Don't say I'm a fucking idiot. But like that's just kind of is like, oh, if you simplify the hook and then kind of expand upon the equestrian, the horse girl shit in the verses, it felt like maybe that might work a little better. The only other thing I'd say is like, again, fun song. The visuals I think really help you a lot as well, because like you're looking at the DVD like thing, you're like it. I think it helps just immensely. The video work is spot on. The last thing I'd say as far as critiques go are just, I hear what Dice was saying about the energy. Like the first one, it's the same quality level as the first one, but in the first one, like the personality came through in your delivery a lot more. And I think this one, maybe because you are just going kind of like that lower, you know, Bay Area type, like sexy little specimen, like it didn't feel as fun maybe because you had kind of a similar tone throughout it. Versus like in the first one, you're kind of like all over the place, just saying whatever I say. And this one's like, baby, you're a specimen, you're equestrian. You know what I mean? Like, so just tone wise, something to think about as you're making your songs, especially if you're doing like the fun, like fuck around songs, you know, the energy comes out in the delivery, but still fun. I think it's a fair, I'd say 6.5 too. Yeah.
I mean, even the simple line change of "Baby, you're a stallion," like that feels smoother to me than "Baby, you're an equestrian." I know it doesn't line up with your specimen.
Stallion is like wild, I believe. Equestrian is.
Who gives a shit? I mean, it's the same argument that they give with Megan Thee Stallion. They're like, "Oh, well, stallion is a male horse." No, nobody gives a fuck when you're looking at her ass twerking on the screen. I think people get it. People get it.
I'm a horse purist.
Okay, all right. You're an equestrian. That's what you are.
Look, baby, you're a horse girl. Like, that's kind of fun. Not to like take your idea and like make it something else, but yeah.
Wait. DJ Tongue Hero, are you into those chicks who get like the horse head on the stick and then they gallop on the course and then they leap over the little fucking rails on them by themselves? Are you? I don't know what the proper term is. So excuse me if there are any fans out there if I'm like misrepresenting what your sport is. I'm just asking. I'm trying to figure out if DJ Tongue Hero is interested in those type of gals.
Honestly, there's okay, hot take maybe, but there's very few women I'd want to date less than actual horse girls. You know why? Because horse girls make you go out to the stalls, start picking up shit. They're like, oh yeah, come out at like 5 in the fucking morning. Let's go bale some hay. Let's go shovel shit in a fucking smelly barn. Puke.
Thank you, Sonny. I knew there was a proper term. I couldn't remember. Hobby horsing. Yeah, hobby horse. You haven't seen that, Bird?
I have. I've seen all the hobby horsing where all the fucking weirdos go around with like bits in their mouth.
They're not weird. They're just having a good time.
Okay. That's fucking weird. You can be a fucking weirdo and still be having a good time.
No, so I think hobby horsing is fine because if you have ever seen the price of maintaining and owning your own horse, I'd be like, fuck it too. And I'd get a stick and put a horse head on it and I'd run and gallop on the course too. Fuck that. You want me to take care of a giant animal that could kick my fucking head off my shoulders? Give me a stick horse.
Look, I hear you, but also, I mean, what if your son grew up and he like had a little fucking leather outfit, like pure leather, little fucking horsetail, and a little like bit through his mouth, and he's just tromping around the fucking woods while people whip him?
I'd give him a microphone and say, you need to act more like Prince. You need to be the next Prince. Get some assless chaps. Go all out. I saw a video of Prince performing the other day. He had like the blowout curls, and then he had like some booty shorts on and some fucking long ass high heels. Nobody ever thought Prince was gay. They're just like, look at this guy, he's doing his thing.
I have seen enough TLC trash television where like I feel like an expert on this. And it is very funny to see like the girl who runs around like hobby horsing, like literal full leather S&M outfit with like a bit through her mouth, talking to her aunt who's like dressed normally about this hobby of hers. And the aunt's just like, it's so funny. Just with a straight face, like, yeah, I like to go out in the field and just like pretend I'm a horse.
All I'm saying is hobby horsing. If my son wants to do hobby horsing, I will buy a horse at Walmart this afternoon.
And that's the right way to look at it. Good for you.
Look at that.
Big Ed.
Who would have thought we would be talking about hobby horsing on our music review show?
Honestly, this is just a review show. And I think we should review 90 Day Fiancé, specifically Big Neck or No Neck Ed. Big Ed.
I will only review 90 Day Fiancé if Sonny LeRae is in the chat to keep us honest.
Yeah, we do need Sonny to weigh in with us.
We need somebody with some sense to rein us in when we go too deep down the rabbit hole.
Maybe that's the next show at WCR. Me, Dice, and Sonny picking apart 90 Day Fiancé relationships. I would love that, to be honest.
Good Lord. That would be a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, so DJ Tongue Hero, we do this on Wednesdays for our subscribers or our tippers. I mean, you already tipped us. So I guess if you get into that queue, Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific. Otherwise, we do this 8 a.m. Pacific every Sunday. And we'd love to hear more music from you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say first and foremost, join the Discord. Discord.gg/whitecollarrhymes. Got an active community. We're currently in the middle of a song league where people are matched up head to head against each other with different criteria every round, and they have to create a song. The preseason we did, they picked from 3 different topics. First round, they had to choose their opponent's beats from 3 provided beats, and then this round they have 4 pictures to choose from, and then they have to make a beat based on whatever inspires them. So we got lots of producers on there, a lot of stuff. So yeah, join the community. We're here daily, I would say. We may not be streaming daily, but we're around daily.
Yeah, I don't know why Dice for my rounds put 4 pictures of women in leather BDSM hobby horsing, but I think I got my inspiration now.
I feel like it would have brought the best out of you.
I've got some thoughts.
All right, enough of the hobby horsing. I need to get I need to find a little horse sound clip now to play on the show. Now that we've spent a good 10 minutes on hobby horsing. Tagami, here is Ryu that we started before DJ Tongue Hero blessed our ears.
Imagine being Tagami and watching this stream back. No! Like, we're so close. No!
Wait. Hobby horsing.
So anyways, 90 Day Fiancé.
All right, here's Matt Critter type beat.
Tagami.
I'm a little critter.
You like critter?
Yeah. Creepy crawlies, we call them.
Oh. I feel like creepy crawlies are more insects and critters are just small animals.
Maybe you're right. I think of critters like small little bugs. But I guess like woodland critters more mammals.
Yeah. At first I was gonna hate on your sounds, but then like just listening, maybe that main repeating sound, the jung 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 jung, is a little bit loud. Other than that, I just wanted the drums to be a little bit raised up. Yeah, I don't really have. I think with maybe people can like, call me out if I'm being wrong. But whenever I hear like a minute and a half of Tagami's stuff, I pretty much get it because he just kind of loops the first half and the second half. So my feedback is going to be super short. But I don't even know if he watches this shit, so I don't want to talk to the void. So I just say it's a 6.5. Just raise the drums up, lower that sound a little bit.
Yeah, like it got to be a lot after a while, that same sound. I was bopping to it though. It was a fun listen. I think for me, I did want to hear some switch ups. Like I think in the chorus part that we just got through, it sounded like there were some extra chords that were kind of buried underneath the.
Yeah.
It sounded like something else came in. So I'd say raise that up, and then like lower the down to the same sound. It was fun overall. I think somebody could definitely use this. I'll give it a 7 objectively with those notes.
Right. Next up, John Forever.
Cool name.
What's cool about John Forever?
Because he's not John right now. He's not John yesterday. Not John for a little bit. He's John forever.
I regret asking.
Why do you always ask me things?
I don't know.
And then regret it.
I feel like I'm supposed to, but then I'm like, after I ask it, I'm like, I don't have to. I might be supposed to, but I don't have to. In-N-Out. You like In-N-Out burgers?
We don't really have them in the Pacific Northwest. And I swear to God, so it's like a California. I know they're around, but like California is kind of the place around here. They just got one in Southern Oregon, like 40 minutes away. And I know somebody who moved up from California, drove an hour down to then wait in an hour line just for these fucking burgers. Not worth it. Wild Style, sure. It's like fry sauce. Grow the fuck up. It's not worth any more than a 15-minute drive.
Yeah, all the Californians here, they swear by it, and they will drive out of their way just to go to the In-N-Out when there's like 10 options on the way.
Yeah, like grow the fuck up. It's a burger. It's not that different, that good, that whatever. It's a normal burger that is overpriced, and then the wild sauce. It's fry sauce. Grow up.
You know what would be funny is if we put that on the shirt, say "Grow the fuck up." It's a burger, and then have every like franchise logo except for In-N-Out on it, and then go to In-N-Out and like eat at the In-N-Out.
Hell yeah! We're coming up with all great ideas for merch.
We're like a money pit of merch ideas.
Money pit is right.
We just got to get people to buy them. All right, here's In-N-Out by John Forever.
All of my ideas are just for me. Like I want this shirt. I'll put it on the website, buy it myself. That'll be the one purchase.
You can do that too.
Yeah. Peep the description for lyrics.
I pick up the game in a beautiful day. Ride with the 2 on me. If I gotta use a saw B, my eyes turn the body, I let him sleep. Rather be here than 6 feet deep. Hold up, I got weight on me. This green gold got the narrow, baby. Put the top down so these hoes can see that cash coming in. That cash going out. That cash coming in. Them drugs going out. Them hoes coming in. That drink going out. That cash coming in. The rep going out. My gang full of soldiers. We riding in a Rover. No, this ain't no Honda. Black on black, that's Phantom, yo. I'm a king. Wear my ring and one. Put my ops on the poster. And I'm about my blue, like I'm Obi-Wan. Bitch, come show me some. If you meet that gun, bitch, it's one and done. One and I done. Don't do cap, just hats with tags. Don't do apps, just straps and bags. Hot like June in a trap with no van. Ride with that tool like I'm broke on rent. That cash coming in. That cash going That cash coming in. Them drugs going Them hoes coming in. That drink going That cash coming in. The rep going Ayy, yo, wow. I was trapping in my teens. Now I counting dirty money. All my pockets look at me. In the trap with my hitters. They don't talk, they just spray. They don't care as long as they pay. Off that heat like it's a birthday. That cash coming in. That cash going That cash coming in. Them drugs going Them hoes coming in. That drink going That cash coming in. The rep going
All right, that was In and Out by John Forever. I think that the overall sound is objectively cool. However, lyrically, it's too elementary. Like, it's just too basic to the point to where, like, you're like sounding things out in the first verse. You're like, I am doing this okay. Like, I think it just needs more complexity to it. I don't think you have to be this basic. However, I say that it sounds like you have a slight accent, so maybe English isn't your first language, or maybe it's like, you're bilingual. Maybe it's a language thing. I'm just kind of wavering and guessing on that one, but lyrically, it's just too basic, too elementary, even though it sounds cool. Like, I feel like this could be a good song if I was challenged and pushed a little bit more to like hear some lyrics in there. I gotta give it a 5. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm just like I'm not in love with it to the point to where I'm impressed.
Yeah, this one was a bit of a roller coaster for me emotionally, because like right when it came in, I was like, oh, cool beat, oh, cool voice, like he sounds good over it. The production is there, like it's well produced and it sounds professional and polished. And then the longer it went on, I was like, oh, like I thought like, oh, this guy's super polished. This is a great song. And then it kind of over time, I was like, oh, okay. I think the downsides here are, like Dice says, just the way it was written. And that kind of made me change my mind of like, okay, you've got a studio, you got a cool rap voice, but I think maybe you're newer on the music journey, which is fine. But the reason it felt like maybe you're a little newer at this is just the writing, both in, like Dice said, kind of the simplicity, but also when you're listening to the beat, you don't have enough words to kind of fill out the space of the timing. So it comes off, the flow comes off very stuttered, very stagnant. Like technically you're hitting the time signatures, but you're also spacing your words out unnaturally. Like it just sounds weird. And yeah, the writing was almost too basic, and I think sometimes you didn't even rhyme. You're just like, and I think it goes back to the writing, right? If you understand how to count bars, how like where things should fit in, like here is the verse part, here's the chorus part. It felt like you were just kind of lost a little bit as far as how the song should be structured. Both in like, oh, we don't need to rhyme here, or like this is going on too many rhymes and this one just didn't have any. and like, oh, the beat is saying this is where the chorus should be, but you're just kind of continuing to rap over it like nothing happened. So yeah, I think it's just the writing and the song structure were confusing, and the flow is just way slower than it needed to be. I'll give it a 4.
Right.
But very cool building blocks. Good beat, good voice, well produced. It's just the writing.
God bless you. Next up, Drippy K4747. Turn it up. Have a lot
Drip,
of
drip.
potential high energy tracks today. Uh-oh.
I like how you just put a hard guess out there, but it,
I mean,
be
if
anything.
just turn it up. I mean, I'm assuming it means like energy wise, volume wise.
No, turn it up.
But wait, we got a tip from Nax.
SEK. Sec.
I don't know what that is, but we got it.
What is sec? Are you sending sex at us?
Yes. Send more.
Finally. What the fuck is a sec?
It's Moroccan.
Swedish krona.
Oh no. They use the krona there? No, the krona is different from sec. What up, Casanova? Just about to check out this beat from Nax. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of Nara. Nax is in Crohn's.
50 secs is $5.21 US. So nailed it.
Shout out conversion rates.
Hell yeah. We got 21 cents more than we normally do for these tips. So shout out, Nax.
Just for that extra 21 cents, I won't say anything negative.
That's all it takes, huh?
Bought my appreciation.
What's up, Casanova? It's your boy, D-Bird Northwest.
Stop.
Bird Northwest.
Bird North Side.
Crashing Nova West Side. Crash, crash, crash. I'm from Sweden, and I like chocolate. The Alps. Yes. Natural hot springs. Hot blonde girls. D-Bird Northwest, the natural enemy of Casanova. There it is.
I have lots of thoughts, but I can't because I got extra tools.
So many thoughts.
Not negative.
Next on the beat, motherfucker.
So here are my thoughts. I think this is a good beat. It feels a little bit empty, but I don't think that's like a bad thing. I like the way the drums hit. I like the beat. My thoughts mostly center around it being called trap, and I'm like sitting here thinking like, is this really trap? Because when I think of trap, I think of the drum elements that you have, but I think that like there's more brass, like there's more horns, there's more winds. There's some element about trap that makes it feel like uniquely Southern American to me, and this didn't give me that vibe. So that was where my confusion lays. But I think this beat objectively is good. I give the beat itself a 7.5. Like I don't have anything really negative to say about the beat other than it feels a little bit empty. It just didn't feel like a trap beat to me. So that's kind of where my confusion fell into play.
Yeah, I think I think it's because of the sad melodic piano.
Yeah,
right?
it's like this
Like
doesn't feel
trap
like
is
I should.
usually a little upbeat or like hard, like you're gonna fucking,
When I hear a
go
trap
in a
beat,
lick.
I feel like I want to go outside and sell drugs. And I
Yeah.
didn't feel like that with this. I felt like I wanted to curl up into my bed and watch TV.
Yeah, this is like my girlfriend just left me music, and I'm contemplating suicide while watching Breaking Bad. Like that's what this beat is giving. But that being said, trap aside, this was a cool beat. I think that the drums were hitting perfect. The piano, like if you just lean into like, this is like depression music, right? I think somebody could tell a fun story or not a sad story to this, whether it's about their own life or whether they're making up a make 'em up. Drums were cool. Piano was great. I did find myself thinking it was a little empty as well. And I was thinking, man, if you had like some strings on this, like just some backing, like harmony strings or even some synths, I was like, oh, that would be just kind of that one extra layer to give that background a little bit more body. And then strings actually did come in like as a transition. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, that works. So for me, I'm just going to take the beat as it is. I like it. I think people could do some good shit to this. I'm going to give it an 8. Good shit.
Word. Next,
I would eat some chocolate in a hot spring to that for sure.
On the
While
Alps.
crying. Yeah.
Word. I bet.
Grand Tetons. Of course you can skip Caesar. Options always available. $5 or a sub. Skip right to the front of the line.
Boop, boop. While Caesar makes a decision, here's Drippy K4747. Turn it up.
Burnt up. Your face.
Turn it up, it's Milo.
You.
I say turn it up. Turn it up, let's go. Turn it up. Yeah, we turn it up. When I'm with my brothers, we gon' turn it up. Riding with this cutter. Tryna burn him up.
Tryna burn a motherfucker. Right now I'm not no lover. I'm just tryna fuck her. If she don't want to, then fuck. Hoes wanna get hit like hockey puck. Pull up big body truck. You see me better duck. Just know you out of love.
My heart is out of love. Feel like I've had enough. Been through pain and now I'm tough. I fought through a lot of stuff, but I had to make it out. I was on the wrong path and then I had to change the route. We don't make the same amount.
Smoked over 100 woods this week, I lost count. I don't know how many bitches in my room, I forgot how to count. I really don't trust none of these hoes. Most of y'all gotta get out. Only my side bitch, it's fine, shit is allowed. I rep my city proud. I'm feeling like Penny Proud, cause I'm on TV. Yeah, you gon' see me jump in the crowd. Make sure my speakers loud.
Shout out DJ Tongue Hero.
I got an old nigga that play my song, he look like Biz Marquis.
And he said turn it up. Turn it up, let's go. Turn it up. Yeah, we turn it up. I'm the real bitch Marquis. Turn it up. Burn him up.
Tryna burn a motherfucker. Right now I'm not no lover. I'm just tryna fuck her. If she don't want to, then fuck. Hoes wanna get hit like hockey puck. Pull up big body truck. You see me better duck. Just know you out of love.
Is that it? Just emptiness? Okay. All right.
Just like my soul.
That was Drippy K4747 with Turn It Up. You want to go first, Bird? You want me to go first?
I can go. Look, Drippy, right off the bat, here's the big issue I have, right? It's the auto-tune. The auto-tune is throwing your voice off in weird ways. And as the beat came in and you're like, yeah, it like hit so off-puttingly. Like Dice cocked his head and was like, what the fuck is that sound? I saw his face and I called it out because I was like, yeah, I'm feeling the same way. As your auto-tune it's throwing the tone off, right? It sounds crazy. And then I would just say, like, in general, You know, I think it's a fine song, like a pretty kind of generic like trap beat if you want, Max. This felt like kind of just one of those generic songs, and I think that again the auto tune was the downfall. Like you have energy, you have good delivery, but like with all the crazy tuning that it put to it, it just wasn't really hitting the way that I wanted it to for the beat. You know, not a bad song. I think it's a decent listen. Caesar in the chat is like, let's fucking go. So like there's a market for this for sure. But in my opinion, I was like, man, I wish it wasn't auto-tuned and that the writing was improved a little bit more. But not bad. 6.
I hated the vocal effects. Like if there was one thing that I would have to say that killed the song is the tuning on the vocals. Like I think this could have been fine just performed as normal, or even just like, you know, slight pitch correction just for like ear candy purposes. But like it basically sounded like you garbled the hook and then you were underwater like performing your verse. That's basically what it sounded like, and it just was unappealing to me. I think the song could be fun. You know, I think there's elements in it that work for how this kind of track is. Maybe like a few lines that could be changed up, but just like, yeah, the vocal effect made me hate the song infinitely. So I would give it I'll give it a 5. I think there's potential there, but just like, yeah, did not like. But what I do like is tips, and we got a couple. One from Caesar and one from another one from Next.
Shout out, guys.
I know I saw it down here. There it is. All right, here's Caesar with Slime.
Yeah. Like Nickelodeon.
Did you used to
Tale
watch
of the Ooze.
Guts and all that other stuff?
Double Dare, all of it. Yeah. I wanted nothing more than to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple. Dude,
we should have applied when they brought it back for adults.
Honestly, should have.
But was
that
that
too late?
Was that before? I want to say it was like right before the pandemic, so all that shit kind of got shut down, or I can't remember if it was like right after. But either way, we should have tried it.
Yeah, me and you would crush.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! Get those little hidden warriors in the forest off me, bitch. Elbow.
Oh, dude, elbow all day. Yeah, get out of here, rapist.
All right, here's Caesar with Slime.
I just talked to my bro, I told him we went in for sure. We went talk, you don't need no home. Nah, fuck that shit really finna slow you down. It's crazy how we was in love, now you just act like you don't know me now. That's so good, cause I'm counting through green now. I'm off of the drugs, my mind feel clean now. Yeah, if I clean, I'm rockin' some lean. I'm chasing my dream, chasing the dream. You can't join the team, no, you can't join the team. Did this shit exclusive, just for the winners. I'm rocking the chrome hard jack like we still up in winter. If you want the hoe, you gotta go up and get it. All of this new shit, trash like splitter. I swear to God, this shit hurt my ear. I'm off a little Tesla, I'm popping a pill. My mind spinning around, just cutting a zip. I swear when I did it, I do it for the fit. I swear to God, I could call him my slime. Yeah, he down for anything, anytime. We just geek up when we cook up together, and we make it sound better like every time. Go up, yeah, go up, yeah, go up, yeah. Go up, yeah, go up, yeah, go up, yeah, go up. Me and Stop always so up. We was just chillin' in the back of the photo, counting up butt, and fucking these sluts, and fucking these hoes. He keepin' it tuck, he can't wait to blow. Just talk to my bro, I told him we went in for sure. We went, told him you don't need no home. Nah, fuck that shit really finna slow you down. It's crazy how we was in love, now you just act like you don't know me now. That's so good, cause I'm counting through green now. I'm off of the drugs, my mind feel clean now. I just talked to my bro, I told him we went in for sure. We went, told him you don't need no home. Nah, fuck that shit really finna slow you down. It's crazy how we was in love, now you just act like you don't know me now. That's so good, cause I'm counting through green now. I'm off of the drugs, my mind feel clean now.
Right. That was Slime by Caesar.
My feedback is going to be pretty simple. I think there's a lot going on in that beat, and you need to raise your vocals to make them more clear over what's happening there. I don't think it's a bad sound. For me personally, I would have preferred the vocals not to be so processed, but again, I recognize that's a choice. That's the style. All right. So if that's what we're doing, raise up the volume of the vocals so we can kind of hear them better. I was listening very intently, and it did feel like it's not really meant for that. It's not meant to be like kind of like analyzed lyrically. This is more of just like vibe music. All right. It's a decent vibe. I think you have a good sound and a good style. I'd probably challenge you to, get a little bit more creative with the writing of it. But from a technical aspect, just raise the vocals up 7.
Yeah, I would say this is what that last song should have been. Like, I feel the energy in this one. I feel like I can hear more clearly. It's not over processed to the point of I can't tell what you're saying. But like Bert said, I think the melodies in the beat do kind of like clash with your vocal range a little bit. So you could probably compensate that by like, doing a slight cut in the EQ if you're just rapping over a 2-track, or if you have the tracked out beats, you can fine tune it a little bit more. But I just say like boost your vocal range so that you're a little bit more present and on top of it. But like Bert said, I mean, like future forward thinking, making songs that kind of like drill into more focused topics could probably be in your favor. But, that's probably not the intent of this song. It's a good song. I give it a 7. But it definitely tells me like, I could have liked that last song and had it at a 7 if it was more audible and clear as what your song was. So I'm not mad at this. I see the intent. I see the vision. So I'm cool with it.
I would just say, as far as lyrics go, like, I think we talk about this a lot because we hear all sorts of music, right? And there is like, a time and a place for like, I fuck on that bitch, right? Like, you can just lay it out there like, I fucked that bitch. She make me a sandwich, whatever. Okay, misogyny and rap. Let's go. But I would also say, like, I'm thinking back on some of the songs that like Swag Lean did, or even today, DJ Tongue Hero, like some of the ones that just kind of leaned into it and said like kind of funny lines, more specifics. Like Swag Lean has a song right now. We got on him for like always just saying, yeah, I fucked that bitch. Yeah, fuck that bitch. He made a song saying, I could stick a fish stick in her ass if I wanted. Like, that's so specific and kind of funny. You're like, oh, okay, sure. You're just laying it out there like that. But also, like, it's a little more creative than just saying, I fucked her in the ass. Like, oh, no, fish stick if I wanted. Right? You see the difference? And same thing with DJ Tongue Hero. He's like saying all sorts of like kind of crazy, specific, creative stuff. So just wanted to throw it out there that, the world is your oyster, and you can make that same sounding music while also like more specifics, more details. Doesn't have to be as like gross as a fish stick in the ass, but you see what I'm saying of like getting a little bit more creative.
What does that mean? The world is your oyster.
I don't know, but I fucking hate oysters. They're disgusting. So the world is gross and slimy.
That's why it threw me up for a second. Like, where is he going with that one?
Yeah.
There are pearls out there that we should be looking for, and then throw the slippery Glock away. I don't know. What was your oyster? You figure it out.
Your oyster?
All right. We got a couple more tips. Got Nax up next with what he claims to be a real trap beat. And then Julius.
What he claims to be.
We'll see what it is.
You're like, we'll see about that, Mr. Nax.
One thing that I've learned is that people will come here and they will tell us everything in the world to convince us that this is what they think it is. And then we'll listen and we'll be like, oh, okay. Like, remember that? I forgot. I think it was that one guy who was like so adamant about us, like, oh, you guys got to listen to this Irish rap. You're gonna love this Irish rap. Fucking
Oh
Irish
fuck,
rap
he
is
was
the best.
annoying.
All through like 5 songs straight, telling us about Irish rap. Till like somebody else in the audience was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm tipping so we could listen to this Irish rap because I'm tired of this guy talking about it. It was the worst fucking Irish rap we've ever heard. I don't think.
And we had other Irish rap. We're like, oh, this is dope. And this guy's like, no, you must hear me, Seamus O'Toole.
Worse. So yeah, I take what people say with a slight bit of hesitance because could be different. But
I would also say that we've heard all sorts of variations of trap, like Leonard and his trap. Like everyone has fucking trap beats for us, and we're like, oh, this is actually like, you know, depression music.
You know what's crazy is I don't think that we've had any producer who's from like southeastern America play any trap beat. It's always somebody from Sweden, Norway, Morocco, fucking Canada. Oh, listen to my trap. Like, what the fuck do you know about trap? That's my first question. Second question is it good?
Cooking up in the kitchen.
But hey,
and sometimes the answer is yes.
Yeah, I mean, they got different kind of trap in Europe. I respect and appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear what Swedish trap sounds like.
After Swedish trap, we got Julius. Who's Julius? Let me know who you are. That way I make sure we get you queued up right after that. And see if this is really what it's claimed to be.
Darker.
Okay. I got my wads of cash and my marijuana to sell. Okay. Feels better.
I rip and I rhyme, I rhyme and I rip. Max, do you have a beat store set up? You got like a BeatStars? I can definitely see, you know, I won't price your beats, but I can see somebody paying for this.
Yeah.
That's on the beat.
BeatStars.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was Nax with something made a couple days ago. Do you think this is trap?
I think it's closer. The one thing I know this wasn't the original, like, you know, is it trap or not? But that's what it became. So I'll give my feelings on the beat. But before we move on to that, I want to say, you know, for me, and I could be wrong, trap isn't my main genre I listen to, but I was imagining a faster BPM and I was imagining more hi-hats for it to really have the trap feel. But that aside, yeah, like the vibe is definitely dark, trappy. The piano's there. And just switching back into like just more of a general critique, I like this. I liked the drums. I think you have a really good drum kit. You have a good sound for like how all the things work together. I think you can definitely tell the polish, like you're a producer who knows what he's doing. Even the sample of like Nax on the beat, like that was situated very well. Sometimes you get producers that put it in the middle of a verse. You're like, what are you doing? Fuck off. So yeah, I think this was really good. Would I have wanted slightly faster BPM or some hi-hats? Maybe. But I think, again, somebody could do a lot with it, and I could see you selling this beat. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I think the quality and the consistency is there from what I hear. Definitely more of a trap-ish feel than the other beat. And you know, maybe I'm thinking too far back because trap music has evolved. But you know, I would say if you wanted to study some classic trap instrumentation, listen to a good album is Trap Music by Ti back in 2003. Like
Oh, you old, huh?
I'm old, yeah, super old. But like I said, I know trap music has evolved. Like maybe Migos would be more of a forward thinking future type stuff. But like I think that all those sounds originate from like what Bird said, more rolling hi hats, emphasis on drums, and emphasis on like very big booming like melodic stuff that progresses the melody forward from an artist standpoint. But I think your sounds are super clean and polished. I think it's definitely dope. I give this a 7.5. It still has that little bit of emptiness to it. Maybe that's like maybe that's your thing. Your that makes you is like you leave space for the artist to come in and do their thing. Maybe you come back in post production and you add elements if they want such things. But so I'm not knocking that. It just I hear that reoccurring thing in some of your beats is like there's a lot of space there. Maybe that's just for the artist, or maybe you know maybe it's intentional. But just one thing I would call out. But I give this a 7.5. I think it's good. All right. One last call for who Julius was that tipped us via PayPal. Don't want to skip anybody who
Juju
spent their coins.
Juju on the beat.
Or if you just love us that much, that's fine. It's fine too. I take love.
Yay, it's for the artists. It just needs some vocals on there. Yeah, I can see that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate that. You know, like there is a thing that we hear with some producers, especially like leaning more into the EDM, where there's too many layers. There's too much happening and there's not enough room for an artist. You're like, all right, so this is just, you know, supposed to be a single serving entity. It's not supposed to be with anyone on it. Imagine adding another layer to that. And they're like, no. This is what I want. I want somebody to rap on this. You're like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they get sound happy where they find so many sounds that line up with the BPM that they already had going that they just can't help themselves but like throw it in the shopping cart. And we're like, whoa, you probably can't afford this. It's over your budget. You need to take out half of the things in your shopping cart and just leave it at that.
It does feel like, you know, and producing should be fun. So like, especially like, I think newer producers, as they're just like going there, oh yeah, oh, this sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. And they just don't know when to stop. It's like a mad scientist, you know?
Speaking of mad scientists, Zax, aka ZG, let's see what he's got. This is the final act. Here we go.
Okay. Fuck you, Pac-Man! Let's go!
I'm going to stop it right here and say, okay, Zax has very good quality sounds. I don't know what the fuck this is for, because every 4 bars it changes.
Different.
I'm sitting here listening to it, and I'm like, okay, where is there a section that I can just sit and digest? But every 4 bars it changes, so it just leads me to say, kind of what we were just saying is like, what's going on here?
Exactly what we were just saying.
What is this for? Is it for an artist to get on, or is it just for pure listening and enjoyment? Because if this was like background music for a video game menu, okay, nobody's gonna be trying to rap over this. If it was meant for like Justin Timberlake to make a sexy love song over, like, what the fuck? Where is he supposed to put the chorus, the bridge, the hook, all the other stuff? There's no sections here. It's basically where I conclude. So my confusion here is, what is the intent with this? However, I objectively recognize that there's quality. I just think it's very, even as a standalone listening piece, it's too busy for me. Like, there's too many change-ups and not enough moments where I can structure where I can appreciate what you did. So I think it's just a little bit too busy, although it sounds very clean. I'll give it a confused 6.5.
That's the tough part about it, right? Because it, like, there were a lot of great parts. Like, each one of the individual parts kind of worked together, and you're like, oh yeah, this is good. But also, like, before, right as you're getting used to one part, it moves on to the next, and there's no structure to it. That's kind of how I felt. Is like, oh, it's one thing, and then in comes the electric guitar, and then in comes the electric guitar with some other shit. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening? And like, I was joking about like, fuck you, Pac-Man, but like in my head, I was kind of imagining like Donkey Kong like getting mad at Pac-Man for like chomping through his bushes and stuff, and like you have like the N64 like shitty graphics yelling at each other back and forth. Yeah, it's a lot. Could it work by itself? Yeah, I think so, but also like give the sections time to breathe, right? It's like production ADD is what it felt like, but also some good sounds. You did it good, it's just confusing.
Yeah.
I'll land on a 6.5 too.
All right. JJF Music, looking for some features on this work in progress song. Can add or cut time if needed. Let me know. Here's Wham Remix.
1 minute and 57 seconds. Cut it. Get it down to 1 or nothing.
Yeah.
Classy.
And I dropped about 100K for that push to start. And yeah, that ass so big I can't double port. And your girl rolled up your ring. Yeah, she bout to sport every time I.
You shouldn't have to pay $100,000 for a push to start.
Is that trap? Is this what trap is?
I hope not. But I just wanted to say, like, if you're dropping 100K solely because you think that'll get you push to start, some like 40, 50K cars that you can.
They do that in like 20,000 cars. Yeah.
They might have got you there. Just
my little Mazda 3 is push to start.
Classy.
And I dropped about 100K for that push to start. And yeah, that ass so big I can't double port. And your girl rolled up your ring. Yeah, she bout to sport. Every time I dick her down, that's Iron Man or Tony Stark. Every time I finna hit, I grind it just like Tony Hawk.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Wait,
Tell
what?
me.
Oh, I love it.
Tell me.
It's like, do I cut time? I have 20 seconds.
Every time I.
Wait, that's the hook?
And I dropped about 100K for that push to start. And yeah, that ass so big I can't double port. And your girl
oh my God.
up your ring. Yeah, she bout to sport. Every time I dick her down, that's Iron Man or Tony Stark. Every time I finna hit, I grind it just like Tony Hawk.
That's the hook.
That's the hook. Is there anything more?
No, I'm guaranteed there's nothing more.
Yeah, she bout to sport. Every time I dick her.
All right, here's the insane part. Who is this? JJF?
Yeah.
Look, the first hook, sure. I actually just thought that was a verse. I'll come back to like kind of ways to make that better, but you just copied and pasted it and put it just randomly anywhere in that beat. It was off. It literally did not line up the same way that it hit when you originally recorded it. You copied and you pasted halfway through, and it makes no fucking sense how it lays right now. The second chorus and the third chorus, I believe. Also, within 1 minute and 57 seconds, there's no goddamn way that it makes sense you have 3 choruses in 2 minutes. Like, it just doesn't. The way that most beats are, the way most songs are structure-wise, you have maybe 4 bars for an intro, 4 to 8, then you have 16 for the verse, then you have 4 for a chorus, 16, and then 4. There's a lot of different ways to structure it, but in no world would you have time for 3 hooks that long in 2 minutes. Going to your actual verse or chorus or whatever you want to call it. Let's call it a chorus since you copy pasted it a bunch. I'm just focusing on the first part, which sounds like where you initially recorded it at. I think you need overdubs. I don't think it's bad what you did. I think it sounds like you have some confidence there. Maybe lowering the vocals to fit better within the beat, sure. But you need overdubs because right now it's just one layer of you saying stuff. You need a second recording layer of you matching the tone and emphasizing the ending words, and that will make it hit better the ears. I guess what we're reviewing is the start of a song. I think re-record another layer, it could be an 8. Where it's at right now is probably a 6. And I'm ignoring the crazy structure of the second and third choruses.
I think you have a good presence. I just think you have a chorus that feels like a verse. Like there's nothing that is melodic, repeating, memorable, catchy. It's just like you just started rapping and then you're like, well, I don't have another 8 lines, so I'm just going to float this as the hook. And for me, that's like a lack of song structure. Like this doesn't feel like a hook. It feels like a verse that you just brought back and want to call it a bridge or something. So that's really my biggest thing with this is like, man, I did not appreciate this as a hook. It just feels too verbose to be a hook. That's my biggest struggle with this. Is that's not a hook to me. So I would give this a 5 and say that if you wanted to have it be a hook to make it appealing to a listening audience, it needs more simplicity, not every single line totally different. It was a good ending though. Positive aspect. That part was catchy. Oh yeah, 5 for me. All right, exams are over. Nara is free.
Oh, free Nara!
Free to roam the streets and give people flowers.
Give me flowers. Flowers.
Here is Woe 3.
Whoa. Trap type beat.
All trap all day. What's trap? goes Nara with Whoa. My feedback is that the keys are very loud. I like the drums and the hi-hats. I just feel like the keys are super loud and sharp. Maybe if you can tame those in a little bit, it would be less ear fatigue. I'm not mad at the melodies, but maybe some sort of like counter change up or something to kind of signify the difference between the first half and the second half would go a long way. I'll give this a 6. Not my favorite Nara beat, but it's not a bad beat.
What's up, Medi in the chat? Yeah, I think the queue is closed for today, but if you want to tip or subscribe, we will still get to it as soon as you do that. Otherwise, our next show is next Sunday at the same time. Thanks for stopping in. Nara. Here's what it felt like to me. I kind of pictured Dice's kid with like a wind chime and like a drumstick and just dung 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 dung. You know, you're like, all right, kid, like, okay, the adults are trying to talk. Like, I'm trying to catch up with my friend. He's like, ding 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 ding. Like, you know, I was just like, oh, it's so much right off the bat. It's just like, ooh, don't like that. It's too much. But I will say, once the kind of drums kicked in, once the main horns came in, I was like, oh, this is fucking fire. I think it all worked, but kind of like Dice said, the ear fatigue is real, where all of the sounds are just kind of so loud and just happening to you. You know, you're like, oh, my poor little ears.
Mm-hmm.
But the drums were hard, and I think that the melodies were cool too. It's just a matter of making sure that the levels are all right and that it works together well. So if you insist on having the kid beating the fuck out of a wind chime at the beginning and kind of throughout it, I'd say bury that further into the background. 6.5.
Right. Next up, Noir. Flow State.
We're so gangster.
Fucking gangsta. Good GID on there. Good call out.
That was Noir with Flow State. Were you flowing, Bird?
I was. That was fucking fire. The one thing I was thinking of, you know, have you ever been to like a hibachi restaurant?
Yeah.
Where you're like sitting there and then the chef's like, like flipping the meat in the air, like throwing it behind his back and then popping the meat in your mouth. And you're like, can you just give me my food, please? Can I just eat? I just want my teriyaki chicken. He's like, ching, 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 ching. You know, you're like, just, okay, we don't need all the extra, just like noodles and meat, please.
Like, give me my fried rice. I don't need a choo-choo train or a volcano.
Yeah. It felt a little bit like this, almost like this guy's a mad genius. He's so fucking talented, and he's kind of showing off with this one. You know, this is like, I'm gonna put my producer stamp on this and really fucking, oh, you want it one way? It's not that way. You want it the other way? Fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. And I say that specifically around the drum patterns. I think throughout this, there's like kind of this cool like underlying underground hip hop boom bap sort of drum. And then there was parts of it is like, just for no reason, I'm just not going to include the snare, or I'm just going to like pull it out, put it in. Like there was so much diversity and so much switch ups that as an artist, it almost felt like I just wish that it was more steady. You know what I mean? That being said, super fire. All the sounds were great. I see the benefit of it as well, of like, oh, it's so complex. Like, look at all the shit that's happening in the beat. But it almost felt a little more self-serving for the producer than as the artist getting on it. But I loved it, and that's more of a personal, like, I just wish it was simpler in parts because I loved the main thing that you had so much. I was like, oh, I don't want it to change. I love the original, right? Did we need a fruit punch when we had Berry Blue? So I'll just go and give it a 9. Solid throughout. Just wish there wasn't as many switch ups artistically.
Yeah, I think Noir definitely has that strange ability to make you kind of think as an artist, like, what do I do here? Because it's not the same as it was 20 seconds ago. While it still has those same elements and they sounds, like he puts a slight variety and a slight twist on it. So it definitely forces you to kind of think out of the box sometimes. But I think it's just still well polished and well put together. Like you said, maybe a little bit of it is showing off as a producer, like, look what I can do, bitches, ha ha ha. But he does it in such a flawless way that it kind of works and it blends itself well. So I think I'm at the same. I'll give it an 8.5. Yeah, I think it's good. I like it. Speaking of things that I like, Kenny.
You do know that, like, it's a good beat when already you're like coming up with cadences and kind of wrapping your head along to it. Like, that's when I know I like a beat on this show, where I'm like, and instantly I was like, oh, I want to do this little cadence. So shout out Noir.
Do you think Noir and Kenny have some sort of like bot where they see like, oh, so
he posted, so now I got it. Definitely.
It's like always back to back with these two.
Battle of the Titans. I love it.
All right, here's Kenny with No Problems. I don't want no problems.
Is this a trap?
Trap.
It's a trap.
More like funk trap. Yeah.
This is a straight up ho song for sure. You want to do a song with me on this? I think this could be the next D-Bird Dice collab. I say ho.
Yeah, those rolling hi-hats. Yeah, this is trap for sure. Nara, this is you in 2-3 years guarantee. If you just stay consistent, this could be you, my friend. This was dope. I like it a lot. Like Bird said, I could hear the ho sample on it. I could hear some A's. I could hear the Juicy J woof in the background. Like, I can hear all the different elements of, like, from Memphis to Atlanta to, yeah, I can hear Southern music all over this. I'll give this a 9.
This song could not be further from my upbringing. Like, this makes me want to fucking do terrible crimes, metaphorically. I loved it. Yeah, this is the shit. Like, it reminded me of old 3-6 Mafia. It reminded me of, like, the shit that you would put on in your 96 Mercury Mystique while rolling through the high school, like windows down, stock speakers bumping, just looking around like, anyone see how cool I am? Do you hear what I'm listening to right now? Yeah, this was great. I'm going to give it an enthusiastic 10. Perfect to me.
Shout out Kenny. Shout out Noir. I'm super curious. I'm super curious who's gonna win Producer of the Year this year. I feel like now that we've have the precedents out of the way, we have yearly awards. I think people are gonna start really gearing up when the voting comes up. Say, oh shit, let me put some shit in the review show queue. Remind these bitches who I am.
Yeah, ho. I wonder if anyone's ever like, I mean, we're not cool enough for people to make songs for us, but that would be kind of cool. They're like, I want to make a Dice Bird type beat, and then see if they react to it on the stream.
The only person
shit all over it.
The only person that's done that is Jacob. Like every now and then he'll send me like a Dice beat. He'll like specifically say, this reminds me of such and such that you did. And then I'll end up using it. Amazing.
He got you pegged. He pegged you.
You got me. You got me.
Jacob pegged you. Yeah.
Pause. Here is Side Hood. This track is called I'm So Fucking Disgusting.
I love that.
It's 4 minutes. And 30 seconds.
Oh, you know he's disgusting if he's making 4-minute, 30-second songs.
This is one of those things where like I wonder what's gonna happen when I press play, and I don't think anything that's going through my head is gonna line up with what actually happens.
I can tell you what I want it to be. I want it to be like a depressing, like nasally, like no self-esteem, let's say 22-year-old who made this in a public library. Just
I want it to be like uplifting and poppy, kind of like Kuiper's songs.
Could be either. I'm hoping he like talks shit about his life and like how nobody likes him. And like clearly like in the voice we can hear that he's telling the truth. It's not like there's confidence behind it. Like, yeah, I fucking suck, bro. It's like, I suck. Girls don't look twice at me. That's what I want.
That would make you happy?
Yeah. I'd fucking download it.
Let's see who gets the joy from this.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. What the fuck? Is your modem acting up?
What are you doing?
He's fucking disgusting. We told you already. Are you disgusted?
I'm disgusted with this. Yeah, actually I am. I don't like the slow roll back into the melody.
Oh my god.
I liked everything up until that part. I mean,
It kind of felt like War of the Worlds when they're shooting out like brain worms, and you're like, ah, like that section.
It was a little bit loud. There's some parts would just feel like overly loud for no reason. But once it got going, I'm like, oh, this is cool. It reminded me of like just watching like a Marvel movie, and then they have like the big fight scene, right? And this is like playing in the background while like, you know, Thor is knocking somebody's jaw off with his hammer, and then Captain America throws his shield, and then laser beams are shooting from the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Like it had those elements of like, okay, this is cool. Like I'm on a very fast motorbike and I'm whipping through traffic. I can jam to this and nod my head. And then you killed everything by stopping all the sounds and like, I'm going to bring in one sound at a time. Dun, wait, not that. It's like too much to get back into it. And I feel like that's why this is 4 minutes and 30 seconds long. Not because you had a full arrangement, because you're just like, let me slow roll this build up back into it. I think that's just too elongated. I would shorten that part up, or just eliminate that drop altogether and just keep the momentum going. If it just had that solid momentum, I would give it an 8. Where it's at right now, I'll give it a 7.
Look, couldn't agree more with Dice as far as the breakdown. And couldn't disagree more when he said, oh, it's kind of loud. No, this shit is like fucking earth-shattering loud.
I was being nice because I liked it after it got going, but yeah, it was just fucking too. I turned my volume all the way down.
Yeah, no, mute that shit. No, like here's the deal. I think this is super fire, except for the structure. The structure is insane to me. So it's all of the choices that weren't the main meat and potatoes of the song, right? The intro was too long, and then when all of the sounds came in, it's fucking grating. Like, please, dear God, across the session, decreased the dBs by like 9 to 12. Queue is closed for today, but if you still want to get in, you can tip or sub, and we will get to you next. But as far as this song goes, the issue I have with it is once it got going, like Dice said, I fucking liked it. It was so good. It reminded me of Deadmau5, like more ghosts and stuff. Like it was a fun sort of upbeat EDM. And there got to be a point where I was like, oh, this needs a breakdown. This needs sort of a, let's pull the energy back and then come back and slap them in the face with it. I think your breakdown was just a little bit too long and a little bit like, you know, again, because it was so goddamn loud, it took away from the like energy pullback, and then slowly you ramp it back up, and then boom, full blown. I think you need to rethink that breakdown, and then also just, it doesn't need to be 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Just straight up, it sounds like it's just more of the same, just copy pasted. Literally 3 minutes, in and out, done, you're good. So I'm gonna give it a 7 despite all the things, because I loved what you had, and these are pretty easy fixes.
Yup. Next up, Fingers. The
Fingers in your face.
Here's Velvet. Trap? What are you doing?
What? It's trap. Yeah. Kenny Loggins trap. banger song, but I don't remember it being like this good. Has he always just been a fucking stud? Saving the perfect timing.
Yeah.
I fuck with the vibes hard.
Ride that shit out, bro.
Ride it.
Oh,
Like an
man.
equestrian.
Shout out horse hobbying. Did you like the Velvet Beat by Fingers?
Dude, this shit was fire. So smooth. This is the shit where it's like, oh, I have a satin robe on. I have my feet up on one girlfriend while another girlfriend is feeding me fucking grapes. And I'm watching cartoons on a Saturday. It's fucking great. Also, Kelsey, if you ever watch this, I don't need two girlfriends or
Yeah,
have
he
two
only needs
girlfriends.
one. Just one.
But also, that's the type of music right there to make crazy ideas pop in your brain as you're wearing satin robes. So this is super good, and it's a 10 for me, dog.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to really go the opposite of American Josh and get out of the bar and the dive-in scene and get into the lounge, this is what gets played in the lounge, where wine and cheese and crackers are served and not fried gator tail and frog leg. So, like, if you wanted to find the opposite of American Josh, it's Fingers. This was dope. Like, I think like all the elements really blended well. The transitions made sense. Like some of the beats that we heard earlier, where like things just keep changing up, or there are too many things on top of each other. I think you just arranged everything super polished. I couldn't be more pleased. I would give this a 10 as well.
2 10s. Damn, Shawty is a 10.
Looks like
Shout
Noir
out.
and Kenny got some competition. If Fingers sticks around, I don't know.
So remind me again. What if, like, did we hear him last week? Did he? You feel like he came pretty recently, right?
Yeah, he came a couple weeks ago and dropped off 2. We played one, and then I played the other one on Wednesday.
Was I there on Wednesday? I feel like right?
Yeah, you were here. Maybe in physical form, but not mental.
I mean, I already told you I fucking empty the recycle bin every time we get off of this show. I'll forget all about this conversation in 2 hours.
Next week is be like, who is Fingers again?
Yeah, every week's just the smoothest, dopest shit. You're like, Kenny G meets Dr. Dre. Boom.
There you go. Next up, Sully, Must Be the Moon. Battle of the Banger song that lost him the battle. Oh, okay.
I remember this one. Must be the moon over Germany, Deutschland. Shout out soccer.
Sully. Hey, Zoo, you got is it you or is it me? I'm not sure. Yeah, it must be the moon. That's playing with my mind, it's so obscure. I can see it in your eyes, beautiful. Just give me a sign, yeah. I think I'm crazy, babe. It might be too, a little German, babe. But that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. But that's the way I like it. Should've seen in me, I want you to be mine. Baby, you're so fine. The stars are aligned. Baby, just read the signs. Yeah, you're teasing me. Love is in the air, like I'm Armstrong or Louis D. Damn, Houston, we got a problem, yeah. I don't think that the
Ain't no good sorrow. You can say you or is it me? I'm not sure. Yeah, it must be the moon. Yeah, that's playing with my mind. It's so obscure. I can see it in your eyes, beautiful. Just give me a sign. Is it you or is it me? I'm not sure. Yeah, it must be the moon. Yeah, that's playing with my mind. It's so obscure. I can see it in your eyes, beautiful. Just give me a sign. Is it you or is it me? I'm not sure. Yeah, it must be the moon. Yeah,
Thanks for coming through, Max.
Later, Max.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Right, that was Must Be the Moon by Sully. Lost him a battle in Battle of the Bangers. I think that, I said this before, I think Sully has a very smooth voice. I think that he can make some dope harmonies and melodies. I think maybe what detracts people from his music, I wouldn't say that they don't like his music, but maybe what turns people away is like trying to get into the topics or whatever it is, you know, he's singing about sometimes is a reach for people. And I'm not saying that that is the case in this one, Must Be the Moon, but I can definitely see after listening to a lot of his music that like he likes the think outside of the box type stuff. And maybe sometimes that catches people off guard. Like you said earlier, like there's moments where you want to hear certain things, and then there's like times where you just don't want to hear that type. Like I may not wake up like Gray Baby at 7 a.m. and want to bang out 5 rock stars and listen to trap music. I might want to do that at 7 p.m. So I think catching people at the right time is key for his audience. So I could see like listening to this as a standalone piece. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I could see it against something else where it's like, oh, I prefer that other thing more than this because this was a little bit more slow. I got to be in the right setting to get the vibe of it. But I would say I think this is probably one of his more polished songs. I like it. It's smooth and he hits everything where he needs to hit it. The vocals are clear and I can make out everything he's saying. I would give the song an 8, but I could understand. I don't remember what this went up against, but I could understand like hearing this and then hearing something else that might have a little bit more energy and be like, oh, well, I like this, but I like this one more. So I think maybe that's why he probably lost that battle.
Yeah, I don't remember who's up against.
God damn it.
Them either. Even though I ran the fucking tournament. This is like, yeah, this is like forever ago. What am I, fucking Encyclopedia Brown here? Look, here's what I thought about this song. I think the main melodies are great. Like Sully sounds great over the beat. The beat, yeah, maybe it's a little boring, but I think it kind of works. Like it's a vibe. I'm not against it. I think again, I'm just thinking like, how could this have lost? Yeah, maybe a more energetic beat or whatever could have been the difference. For me, though, on a technical standpoint, it's the layers. Your fucking layers are clashing with the mains, and it sounds like the same volume level as the mains. Turn your fucking overdubs and your harmonies down. You got to bury those more, because I think that's just an overarching theme in your music, especially here. It sounds good what you're doing, and then you have other takes at the same volume that aren't at the same timing, right? You're like, moon, like it's hitting different, and it's all hitting together different times and different tones. So again, the other layers need to be pushed down a little bit more volume-wise, and I think that this would get a higher rating for me. Where it's at right now is a 7.5. Not a bad song, but that piece I think would change it drastically.
Word. Shout out Sully. 3 more left in the queue. Next up is Nephew For Real.
Monjayer, who are you in the Discord? What was your song?
Who is you? Who you be?
Because we might not have gotten to it yet. Wasn't there a guy that tipped and we're like, hey, where's that guy?
Where's
your song?
Julius, I believe.
Julius. So if you're Julius, We're just waiting to see your song.
Oh, Side Hood with the crazy downbeat after we got into the upbeat.
Wait, was that the guy that did like More Ghosts and whatever? Dead Mouse?
Yeah,
it was super loud. The
Yeah.
super loud one. Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
We liked it until
Way
everything
too
went away. It's loud as fuck. But then we were like, oh, this is cool. And then everything disappeared, and you brought it in one by one, painstakingly slow.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick Boy, the queue is closed today, but if you want a tip, we can get to you up next. Absolutely.
Or you can join the Discord, and there's plenty of folks who would give you some typed out feedback as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Also, maybe that's Nelk Boy. I know the Nelk Boys are a thing, not Nick Boy.
What's a Nelk Boy?
They're podcasters. I think they got their start doing pranks.
Should we
kind of
do
like a
pranks?
Logan Paul-esque. What kind of pranks would you suggest we do? Oh, it is Nick Boy. Okay. Not
I don't
bad.
know.
You got it right
Just
the first time.
Call people and waste their time on their phone.
I am a big fan of prank calls, but I will say that like nowadays it doesn't work because everyone has all the information. You call and it's like, oh, it says my mom's name when I call because
That's true. Got to get a special phone line purely for prank calls.
it's true.
All right.
Not
Well,
a bad idea.
this person isn't a prank. This is Nephew. If this is the same,
real?
for real. Nephew for
For
real.
real?
For real. This file name looks familiar, but I'll know once we press play if we've heard this. I guess it's just another feature with PJX.
Nephew, real. You talk too much, man, talk too cheap. Say what you chest when you talking about me. Making that money when I'm in my sleep. And stepping on shit, man, it hurt my feet. Trapping every day, man, I'm in these streets. 24/7 every day of the week. Bitch, I'm a dog every day, I gotta eat. The pussy so good, man, it made me weak. Fucking all day, we ain't even got speed. Love when she down, gets down on her knees. Bust the bitch down, not smoking on trees. Man, out of town, we been fucking for a week. Buy another round, on shots on me. Can't catch me out without a gun on me. Don't stress me out, everything on me. Bitch, just calm down, cause I'm in these streets. Talk too much, man, talk too cheap. Say what you chest when you talking about me. Making that money when I'm in my sleep. And stepping on shit, man, it hurt my feet. Trapping every day, man, I'm in these streets. 24/7 every day of the week. Bitch, I'm a dog every day, I gotta eat. The pussy so good, man, it made me weak. Time, but what made me? Now you wanna talk about what made me? Oh, you got a whole lot to say now. Still don't wanna say why you hate me. My life can't catch no breaks now. Wondering why it don't change me. I think I'm getting used to the hate now. You been hating so long it don't faze me. Talk too much, man, talk too cheap. Say what you chest when you talking about me. Making that money when I'm in my sleep. And stepping on shit, man, it hurt my feet. Trapping every day, man, I'm in these streets. 24/7 every day of the week. Bitch, I'm a dog every day, I gotta eat. The pussy so good, man, it made me weak.
Imagine that. The pussy being so good it makes him weak. I must lay down. I've got to go lay down. The pussy's so good.
That was Nephew for real. Did you like that track, D Bird?
Honestly, yes. This actually sounded good. He's got a dope style. I think he's got a very good voice. The technical kind of issue that I had with this song is that in the beat, the strings and the piano were just so goddamn loud. It was insane how loud those layers were. So if you have the tracked out version of the beat, I'd say turn those two things down and this song becomes a 10, I think for me, that piece did hold it back a little bit because it's just like kind of clashing with your sounds I think you did a great job as an artist, but yeah, like it was just parts of the beat were so fucking loud that it made it hard to hear. And then the only other thing I'd say is like, yeah, lyrically a little simple, but I also think it worked because your delivery and your like singing voice were so strong. So I'd give it a 8 where it's at.
Yeah, I pretty much echo exactly what you say. I think the song was dope. The strings in the beat a little bit loud, but I think Nephew took what he had and he made a really solid hit out of this. I thought the vibes was perfect. I loved his energy, and I give this an 8.5. But yeah, I don't have anything different than you said. I think this is a dope track. All right, 2 more. This one was sent from the Fallen Dove. It's called Kit's Cat.
I give them my love, black and I'm blood, spit up. I fuck her good when there's no more picture. Fuck rubs when I dick her. Pull up with her ass and trade that shit for a pound. Cause I'm face around town, you know me when the speaker's loud. Pull up with a cup and I fade, taking her ass to Spain. A sip of lemonade, fit with the 8. Beat her chest like an 8. Pussy kick at me to break. Yeah, breath off out my face, but let it squirt on my face. What you on about? So many beds I lost count. Unsure of the exact amount. Them haters be attacking now. Your mama dog hooker got a hunter, so she a looker. Get it quiet, how I book her. She my baby cause I shook her. I gave them my lungs, black and I'm blood, spit up. I fuck her good, there's no more picture. Fuck rubs when I dick her. Pull up with her ass and trade that shit for a pound. Cause I'm face around town, you know me when the speaker's loud. Call my bitch, leave low. I get that shit stitching, make his body twitching. I get it clipping. I'm a real hero, her living should be fixing. Fuck on a bitch, call it superstition. Give it a green like kryptonite. Kick that pussy, I'll take a bite. Harlan till I see your side. Bring on me, you'll like the size. I go around me, but I can see your pain. And that smile, that fade to exposing me, expose me, baby. Give them my lungs, black and I'm blood, spit up. I fuck her good, there's no more picture. Fuck rubs when I dick her. Pull up with her ass and trade that shit for a pound. Cause I'm face around town, you know me when the speaker's loud. I can't see your face, baby, I can see your tits, baby, I can see your feet. Can't let go of my fears, I can see your face. Hey, your face, your face.
All right, this Kit Kat by Fallen Dove. I couldn't understand hardly anything. The only things I can remember hearing is dick her, and you said pussy about 3 times, and squirt. Look, we've said this 1,000 times to you. The shock rhymes, while it may be clever and witty to you, it truly adds no value to the quality of your music. Just saying things that sound like outlandish and radical, splash in her face, pussy like that, this, that, and the third. It just really does nothing for your music. The vocals are just super muffled and it can hardly make out what you're saying. But then the other thing that I wanted to just comment on briefly is like the beat choice is always the same. I feel like you just need to not choose those beats because all of your tracks end up sounding exactly the same.
Out.
Yeah, they wash you out and you hit the same melodies over and over again because you keep wanting to do this sing-songy element. And I feel like you just need to use your natural voice and try something different production. You need to rebrand your style is what I'm basically getting towards. I give this a 3.
Yeah, like I'll agree with everything Dice said. I think the beat choices never do you solid because they're all so involved, so loud, and your vocals just aren't strong enough to stand out on their own. Whether that's the mix or whether that's the way you're, delivering it, whatever it is, like your shit is unintelligible. Like I can't fucking hear what you're saying. And when I do hear what you're saying, I regret it. Like it's kind of not that interesting to be like, your mom's a hooker. Okay, cool. You're going to book her. What does that mean? Like what? So I would just say in general, the biggest issue I have, on top of like just how the vocals lay on these crazy beats, is again, you're doing that thing where you're trying to sing, but you're only hitting one note. I say this every time you submit a song. Imagine singing, but you only know one single note. That's insane. If you're gonna sing, fucking sing, and then have like other notes and other tones that you hit. If you're not gonna sing and hit other tones, then fucking rap, right? Like, of course, you know, music is music. Nothing is binary. Do whatever you want. But if you want your shit to be better, that is essential for you. You're doing these sing-songy things and it's all the same tone. Drives me fucking nuts. Why? Why? Just fucking rap. If you're even rap, you have to hit different tones. Don't be single-toned. Don't be single-toned. That's your biggest issue. 3.
Ray, we're giving you feedback right now.
Yeah.
Feedback right. For Ray stands.
Do better.
Last one in the queue, Vestavilla or Vestavia, depending on how you roll your L's.
Roll my L's with backwoods joint. James Brown. Let's go.
So J-Star move, oh man.
Wind, fire, and design. I feel like Rick James and Tina Marie. Looking for a heartbreak, get it hot, gotta switch in. Look good for a dope, baby, all I do is win. Gotta thank God and these jeans. Smoking Bruce Bennett, busting out them seams. This shit feel like a dream, make it reality by any means. Gotta stay lean, OD in Iowa, need 22 cc's. Play penicillin when I make it finally. Only shooting threes, activate like Lila Hathaway. Looking for an angel like she was Reese. Stay blessed like I'm Holloway, operating smooth on that Felocia day. Shit, tears 2020, New Year's Eve, playing Doomsday. RP Dumale, the tape secondhand, rocking the Raspberry Beret. RP Prince, cop the hits and it was history ever since. 1 and 2, plus the B-sides on the ride, driving Highway 25. Now I'm 25, wasn't supposed to make it past. Beats blast, hitting the gas, just enough ox. I'ma make it there, no packet loss. Pack got me feeling like Super Saiyan God. Split a second off the glass, always carry floss. Red herb, take me too far from danger. Ain't no hyperbolic when I spin this chamber. Once in a lifetime, I feel like David. I'm burning rubber on you, Goliath, and I'm not just talking. Probably by the end, still be a pariah. Drag myself to the top, Oriah. No fantasy, I need Moriah. Got the bills, I know damn well I can handle that bill. But I gotta try my best, gotta test my skills. I'm a red goods, gonna have that trill. I'm a life been filler. Slice of pie, toss and throw to make pockets bigger. One day I get a 7-figure. All my current figures made of plastic. Gotta be frank in the Midwest, I feel fantastic. Up and roll, hey, taking aims, claim that I will stay. Another minute Monday, wish it was a Sundays, but this ain't where the story ends. Nah, this is where my story begins. Yeah, you know, I gotta dance. But I can't keep steady. No, I can't keep steady. No.
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
hear what he's saying anyways.
I want to like this, but I can't hear a single fucking thing that you're saying. If that's you or if it's just remix vocals, like the vocals are just lost in the super awesome sounds of the music. And the music is also extremely loud. So like as much as I want to appreciate this because the vibe is there and the energy is there, I can't hear shit. So I got to give it a 3.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Is it's I wanted to like it so bad. You know, like the vibe is there, the fun is there. You're like, oh yeah, party time.
At first I was trying to like even like dance and shimmy through it, but I'm like, I can't even fucking hear what the fuck is said. Yeah. I might be dancing to like incest music.
It could be. Which also, you know,
it's fine.
You got any incest music, send it. We'll rate it. We'll rate anything. Look, yeah, I think it's just an issue with the sample. I think that the sample and the way it was put down was just way too fucking loud. And it also sounded like the quality of it wasn't great. So I'm guessing this is like a YouTube rip or like, you know, some version of an MP3 that had a lossy quality. So like the beat itself was kind of setting you up for failure. And then as far as the mix goes, it's like, yeah, it sounded like you were on time with your raps. The flow was there, but like couldn't hear a fucking word. So it almost was like a mumbled ma 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 ma, like, oh, something's happening there. It was almost like it was just a background filler vocal instrument, if that makes sense. Like the beat's going, and then you're just like ma 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 ma. It's like, oh, another part of the beat that has like percussion mouth sounds. It wasn't a rap. It was percussion mouth sounds for a very loud instrumental. So yeah, turn down the instrumental, turn up the raps, and maybe get a better quality sample if you can. 3.
Yeah, I'll agree with what Sonny said. Like, if the beat wasn't super loud, the beat is a 10 out of 10 for me. Maybe if I'm just thinking of the beat alone, it's like 8 or 9 out of 10. The beat was fire, but as an overall piece, ass. 3. All right. Well, that was the end of our show for today. So thank you for everybody who hung out with us and contributed. We will be back on Wednesday to do more hijinks and shenanigans with our subscribers. And
will there be a prank call that Dice does to one of his exes? Tune in next time.
And then we'll be back Sunday to do this again. So Wednesday for the subscribers, Sundays for the free queue, and 24/7 on the Discord for general hijinks. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Catch y'all on the flip side. Adios.
Bye.